Good evening. You're watching Left, Right and Centre and I'm Maria Shakil. Trouble is only mounting for Trinamool Congress MP Mahua Moitra, who is embroiled in the Cash for Questions scandal. While the BJP is gunning for Mahua Moitra, her own party has left her hanging to dry. The TMC has refused to come to her defence, asking the first-time MP to clarify her position. Even allies have not come out to support, as she finds herself in the middle of some serious allegations, made worse since the Darshan Hiranandani affidavit, which gave further credence to charges against the MP. The ethics panel of the parliament started its probe into Mahua's conduct. She's accused of sharing her MP login and password with Darshan Hiranandani, who used it to post questions targeting the Adani group. As evidence mounts against Mahua Moitra, she increasingly finds herself totally isolated. We ask that question on the panel tonight: is this the end of political road for Mahua Moitra? But first up, the story.
To resurrect India's founding principles of equality.
Troubles mount for TMC MP Mahua Moitra, embroiled in the Cash for Questions scandal. The MP finds herself deserted by her party too. The Trinamool Congress has left her to fend for herself, distancing itself from Moitra.
Regarding particular this issue, All India Trinamool Congress will not say a single word. We have nothing to say and no comments on the particular issue. The related person may explain or answer the issues, but not Trinamool Congress.
Not just the party has distanced itself from Mahua, there is now indication that the Nadia MP may face party action as evidence mounts against her. Party MP Derek O'Brien on Sunday said that the party has asked Mahua to clarify on the allegations and that the party will take appropriate decision on her after the Parliament Ethics Committee probe against her is over.
This is of course an issue where the party will tread very carefully, and carefully because of various reasons, one of them being that this involves allegations that have been made by someone who's been involved in her personal life. So also there is that aspect of her personal life on someone with whom she has personal connections who's involved in making this allegation against her. That of course is something. Secondly, the charges are also very serious, of course taking the allegation of taking money, etc. for asking questions in Parliament is something that no party, if these charges are proved, will condone.
The BJP has upped the ante on Mahua and the Trinamool Congress. It asked the Mamata Banerjee's party if it has accepted that Mahua is at fault, and if so, why has it not yet sacked the MP at the centre of serious allegations? And it's not just her own party that has dumped Mahua. India alliance parties have also gone into a wait-and-watch mode since. Darshan Hiranandani affidavit that clearly stated that Mahua shared her MP login and ID with him to post targeted questions against the Adani group. It also stated that he gave Mahua expensive gifts and paid for her travels and vacations. After initial muted support from RJD and Shiv Sena leaders, Mahua is now isolated as parties feel evidence against her may be serious.
So far as other alliance partners of Trinamool Congress within the India alliance is concerned, most of the parties have so far declined to comment or refused to be drawn in this controversy directly. If you talk about Congress, Congress seems to be in a fix over the issue because after Darshan Hiranandani's reported affidavit in which he has said that Mahua Moitra was in touch with Congress leaders like Rahul Gandhi and Shashi Tharoor on this issue, it has Congress must have realized that it has weakened its position somewhat vis-a-vis its attack on Adani issue is concerned. And that is why they are maintaining a stoic silence on the issue.
BJP MP Nishikant Dubey, who has led the charge against Mahua in the Cash for Query case, has now asked the anti-corruption watchdog to act against and has demanded criminal case against Mahua Moitra for allegedly giving her MP login ID and password to businessman Darshan Hiranandani to post questions from Dubai. The Trinamool MP has been denying the allegations and has demanded that NIC should release all details of MPs publicly to show they were physically present in place from where IDs were accessed by their PAs and researchers or interns and staff. Bureau Report, NDTV.
To exist within a union of state
And joining me on the show, Sanjay Singh, senior journalist. We have Vineet Goenka, secretary of Center for Knowledge, Sovereignty, and a political analyst who supports BJP. We also have a lawyer joining me on the panel tonight, Ashutosh Srivastava, who is the advocate of Supreme Court. I'm going to begin with you, Sanjay Singh. First, Kunal Ghosh, now Derek O'Brien, two TMC leaders speaking out. How should this be read?
See, Mahua Moitra is in a very tight spot. She is hardly finding any support within her party and also from India Alliance. To look at today's development, in fact, Mahua Moitra says that she is out there attending Pujo, and the CBI is welcome to free to raid her house and count shows. This is something which Aam Aadmi Party leaders who are currently in jail on various charges, and court has not granted them bail as yet. They used to make similar kind of noises. I'm also slightly appalled by Mahua Moitra's arrogance and at the same time ignorance. When she says that Ethics Committee of Parliament has majority of BJP MPs, whereas you and I know that Ethics Committee has 15 members and BJP has only 6 members in that particular committee. Therefore, I don't know. And in this case, Mahua Moitra at this moment has been left practically abandoned by her party because Mamata Banerjee knows that if she defends Mahua Moitra at this stage, and it also is a fact which many people say that Mamata Banerjee, TMC, West Bengal government is keen to attract investment of Adani's in West Bengal because, as you know, Adani invests in infrastructure, and West Bengal actually is a place where infrastructure can be built up.
Okay.
The second issue is that of Lokpal, Nishikant Dubey filing a complaint with Lokpal. Now Lokpal investigates with its own arms, as also with CBI and ED. So Nishikant Dubey has actually demanded that this particular thing should be probed by CBI and ED, and Lokpal should direct CBI and ED in this particular case. Lokpal is competent to do so because Central Lokpal is to investigate MLAs, MPs, central government employees, prime minister, ministers, and therefore this is leading to an area where Mahua Moitra is going to find herself in a very tight situation and in a deep soup.
Okay. Before I get in a BJP reaction, I want to understand from you, Vineet Goenka, you know, there is no open support per se which has come out for Mahua Moitra. She is a first-time MP who shot to fame because of her speeches in Parliament, which made great impact. The speeches which questioned the Modi government, and as leaders in opposition should do, she has been doing that. But the larger question is, I mean, this Lok Sabha is coming to an end in next year. 17th Lok Sabha ends, and she's a first-time MP. What does it do to her politics and her political career?
Ram Ram to you, Maria, and Ram Ram to all my co-panelists and all the viewers who are watching me right now. I thought I should speak one line in Hindi before I speak out myself. Na voter na naitikta, sabse bada rupaiya is the slang which perfectly fits her here. A member of parliament who's supposed to represent the voters, supposed to represent the policies, but in this particular case, it is her own greed which she has put in. I would like to remind your audience of a simple thing. A nation is not only built by statesmen or the policy makers, but it's also built by forces and corporates. If India has to tomorrow become a 5 trillion economy, the role of corporates will be very important. So as I said, nations are not made only by the policy makers or forces or the sportsmen or the teachers, but it also requires corporates. Here I see a classic case for her own greed and anger. She is acting like a corporate mercenaries on behalf of one corporate to hit another corporate. I would like to remind her that this is in public domain right now. She should resign and allow the agencies and the ethics committee to investigate so that the time is saved. I also feel, very offended here. A member of...
The question is, why should she resign right now? Because it's in the realm of allegation.
Say this is an open and shut case where the person who has sponsored her, paid her, has given an affidavit. Now this is a clear case of bribery. This is a clear case where she has been paid to ask a question. And I see a larger conspiracy, if you allow me, Maria. Hindenburg attacking Adani, Rahul Gandhi attacking, the left liberals attacking, and Mahua Moitra also coming out on this time. And the timing of this particular part, tells me that not only that she wanted favors and gifts from this corporate, but maybe there is a larger conspiracy which has to be investigated beyond the ethics committee. I have never in my political life seen such kind of behavior by a member of parliament. It will come as to be a senseless, arrogant behavior in the parliament, outside the parliament. The tweet she has made right now is also a part of her arrogance. And two, let me just complete.
Now,
it is an act of corporate mercenary. She is acted on behalf of another corporate to hit a corporate on considerations. So this is a case where she should be tried under briberies.
Okay, Ashutosh, when we look at Narasimha Rao verdict, and because 2005 those MPs were expelled from the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, and then what we know was in 2007 the Delhi police then registered a case. How should this be viewed from that prism? Because the ethics committee of course will be probing it. Mr. Nishikant Dubey and Jay Dehadre will be appearing before the ethics committee on 26th.
Yes. Article 105 to Article 118 of our Constitution, it actually talks about the conduct of the elected MPs of the Parliament. And every member of Parliament is expected to follow the code of conduct, and their ethics is very, very important so far as the democratic system of this country is concerned. Now, as we know, as you rightly said, that in 2005 around 11 MPs were suspended, but here, as the ethics committee is already investigating the entire issue. Now, it depends on Ms. Mahua, if she feels that on ethical grounds she should resign. So that's that could be her own decision, and she can take her decision.
All right, Ashutosh, just hold on to your thoughts. Sukanto Majumdar is joining us. Sukanto, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. My first question is, ये जो डेरेक ओब्रायन का बयान आया है कि पार्टी फैसला उस वक्त करेगी जब एथिक्स कमेटी अपना फैसला सुना दे, भाजपा इसको किस तरह से देखती है?
हेलो
जी सुकांतो जी, आप सुन रहे हैं हमारी?
देखिए, डेरेक ओब्रायन ने जो बताया वो लिटरली कॉन्फ्यूजन है. मुझे लग रहा है कि टीएमसी इज क्वाइट बीट कंफ्यूजिंग स्टेट अदर आई शुड से, और उनको पता नहीं उनको क्या करना चाहिए, क्योंकि एक तो महुआ मोइत्रा पूरे रंगे हाथे पकड़ी गई है. आगे आने वाले समय में जब इन्वेस्टिगेशन होगा सारा चीज बाहर आ जाएगा. उन्होंने प्राइम मिनिस्टर को मैलाइन करने की कोशिश की है, और जिस तरीके से she has tried to malign our honorable Prime Minister, it is really shameful. And not only that, she also took bribe to do so. So that's why the people of this country won't forget these things, and they will vote accordingly in the upcoming Lok Sabha election.
So you are of the opinion, Mr. Majumdar, that there is confusion within the TMC. TMC is not coming out openly in support of Mahua Moitra. They don't know what next for her.
Yes, they are totally confused, and see, so many days they have taken to issue an statement, to issue an official statement. So that is the thing that is showing that they are totally confused, and what they should do, they don't know. So that's why they are issuing statement after so many days. Previously, one spokesperson of their party stated different kind of thing. Now, another spokesperson has stated another kind of thing. So total confusion is there inside the TMC. They don't know what to do and what to not.
Okay, so you think that there is confusion, but the larger question is what Mahua Moitra has been tweeting. She did so even today. How is the BJP looking at those charges?
No, whatever she is tweeting, it is not a matter. Matter is that she has been already exposed by her own colleague, and now everything is open, and I think the appropriate authority should do the investigation to bring out the truth on the surface.
Is the BJP in Bengal of the opinion that the TMC Supremo must speak on this?
Mamata Banerjee should speak. Not only she should speak, Mamata Banerjee should expel her MP, because this kind of things, as she has tried to malign the picture of Narendra Modi. Not only that, he also tried to hamper the economic growth of the country by taking bribes. So these kind of things are not acceptable in the politics. It is total against the morality and the rule of conduct of the MPs of Lok Sabha.
All right, Sukanta Majumdar, thank you so much for joining us. Let me go back to the panelists. Ashutosh, quickly finish your point.
Yes, sir. So, as you said about the Narasimha Rao verdict, now see that's an issue being heard by the Supreme Court, by the 7 judges bench, which will further hear the matter, and they will decide it on merit. Now, so far as this particular issue is concerned, when an affidavit which has been filed by Mr. Hiranandani stating and making clear allegations, and also the credentials like ID and password of a parliamentarian being given to a third party to use it. So all these issues are not simple, and it raises very serious questions so far as the democratic system is concerned. An MP is elected by the people to represent their concerns in the parliament, and they are supposed to raise questions what they feel in the interest of the people. And if they ask questions based on cash or gifts or any sort of facilities or money, then it becomes a conspiracy.
The question
and it
is
also
how will
a
quid pro quo
case
be
of
established,
misconduct.
Vineet Goenka? That's a subject of investigation. How do we know?
Yes.
I mean, this is in the realm of charges. This is in the realm of allegations.
See, there,
The question is for me
there
or
are,
for
Yes, Vineet,
there
go
are
ahead.
clear
Yeah.
allegations.
So,
and that
Ashutosh,
is
the question is
reason
for
the-
me. Yeah. So, in this particular case, the person who has paid the bribe, the person who has obliged her with gifts and all, has come on an affidavit. It's not a simple case of hearsay. It's a very, very open and a shut case where the highest body of the largest democracy in the world is being insulted by none other than the member itself, and that too for a consideration. She acted like an enemies within to become an corporate mercenary by taking these considerations, and it is in open case where her ex-friend also has come in. We have nothing to do with her personal life. You have a choice to be friend with anybody, do whatever you want to do, which are legal in India. But when you do an act of sabotaging a corporate company and also the government for consideration, it's a simple case. And here there are two parts. One, what will happen in the ethic case, but my request to the government would be, put this case to CBI and ask them whether there is a larger conspiracy. See, it cannot happen that Hindenburg is trying to attack Adani, some other left organizations are trying to attack. She is also coming on record. This is not a simple case of 4 or 5 member of parliaments or some 2 parties coming together and doing this. When country is moving towards 5 trillion economy, if somebody is trying to attack one of the big houses of this country, it seems so. It is more than what it meets the eye. So my request to the government, the authorities will be investigate beyond what we are seeing right now.
Okay, Sanjay Singh, politically speaking, the TMC, as Sukanta Majumdar is saying, that there seems to be some confusion certainly. Yes, they have distanced themselves, but at the same time, if you look at Derek O'Brien's statement, there is a lot of cautionary tale in that, in the sense that he also says that an explanation was sought, she has given the explanation, but we are waiting for the ethics committee to submit its report.
Maria, when was the last time you saw Derek O'Brien, an aggressive, articulate MP of TMC, making such a wishy-washy statement, which practically means nothing? Says that you go on doing what let investigative agencies do in whatever manner and fashion they are doing. We have been apprised of whatever details by Mahua Moitra, and will take a decision accordingly. At the moment, they are not expelling Mahua Moitra. Perhaps from their perspective, rightly so, because then the charge would directly come on TMC and so on and so forth. So they are biding time. The other critical issue is politically, see, once a case is referred to Lokpal, as per Lokpal Act, the inquiry report will have to be submitted within stipulated time, varying between 60 to 90 days. And this becomes very important because Lokpal also has provision that if the case filed by the person who files the case and it is found that the case is mala fide and with some other motives or frivolous, then that particular person can also be prosecuted. So therefore, this becomes very important.
Yes, that's why I'm saying it's in the realm of allegations, Sanjay Singh, and that is the reason why, perhaps TMC is also waiting and watching as to how events will unfold, particularly
Maria,
26 onwards.
Just what is important here in this, the case, complaint that has been filed to Lok Ayukt refers about 2 crore rupees bribe in Indian currency and also in foreign currency.
All right.
That can, of course, be investigated.
Thank you.
Then,
Sanjay Singh,
sponsoring
we have
various
really come to
trips.
the end of this discussion because this is a discussion that will be continuing for the next few days. Certainly, Sukanto Majumdar, Sanjay Singh, Ashutosh Srivastava and Vineet Goenka, thank you so much.